fresh new start, SamE with a fresh new start. Hi everybody. Tonight I'm planning on giving a roast to all of the people throughout my whole life that have spelt my first name wrong. That's right. People have been misreading and misspelling my name my whole life, and even when I spell it out to people. Are people in general stupid or just careless? Well, you can make up your own mind. Firstly, let's begin with my own mother. Yes, she was the very first culprit to ever spell my name wrong, and it was on my birth certificate of all things. If you're going to find the most inconvenient time to misspell a name, it is when you are filling out your child's birth certificate. So when I was in hospital, contemplating what to call me, when all of a sudden she heard her favourite Village People song coming over the radio, Samantha. If you aren't familiar with this song, this is how it goes. That's the old gist. So you hear of some people being named after famous people, such as kings, queens or heroes. And yet, I was named after a cheesy song sang by a flamboyant gay pop group of the 70s. However, this may actually explain why I myself frequent gay nightclubs myself most weekends. So anyway, getting back to the birth certificate. My mum started writing Samantha, and then she realised she didn't know how to spell it. So she wrote S-A-M-A-N-A-T-H-A. Yes, she gave me an extra A. And that damn little A has given me so much grief over my entire life since. So because of this, my whole life I've introduced myself to people as Sam, because I've never resignated with the name Samantha since it wasn't my real name. Then people would ask me if they could call me Samantha, and I would always say no, my name is Sam. People would say, oh, that's a boy's name. And you know what? That was fine by me. Because you wouldn't actually know it by looking at me, but growing up I was actually a total tomboy. And yeah, I was a tomboy growing up. I hated the colour pink, I hated anything floral, I hated dresses. Hence, I especially hated pink floral dresses. And pink, frilly, floral dresses were always things that my mother tried to inflict on me. I think I was such a tomboy growing up because I was brought up by my father, and we were always doing manly stuff together, such as fixing things, climbing up ladders, washing the car and fixing the speedboat together. And I would always sport the same fashion as him, which was a common look in the 80s, which was just a pair of pants or a pair of shorts and no top. So this was obviously before I started going through puberty, in case we're getting worried about me hanging out with my dad topless. Anyway, getting back to my name again, I suppose as a kid you can get away with a misspelled name, as you never ask for ID. But I started running into trouble from 18 years and onwards when I needed to get ID. Even though I presented my original birth certificate, which said Samantha, places like Vic Roads would still issue my licence saying Samantha. And even when I had my children, I wrote on the birth certificate that the mother's name was Samantha, but of course births, deaths and marriages wrote that my name is Samantha on their birth certificate. Seriously, do people not take care? Do they not read? When I did get married the second time, my lovely celebrant Deborah was at least diligent enough to write my name correctly on my marriage certificate. But still, when I went to update my surname at Vic Roads and Medicare, I had to point out that my first name had an extra A in it because no one notices it. And even when I mention it to people, they still don't see it. And you can only imagine the issues it causes when I'm getting blood tests done or going into hospital because they can never find me in the computer. So the nightmare goes on and on. And even when I recently showed my licence to the Bank of Melbourne recently, I couldn't believe it. They wrote my name Samantha. So, I'm not actually annoyed with my extra A. I did embrace Samantha my whole life because it was unique, and my close friends and family would call me Samantha. I'm actually annoyed at the whole world who take one look at my name and write Samantha. So anyway, half of my legal documents now say Samantha, and the other half say Samantha. And for this reason, I wasn't able to get my children a passport because I had to prove who I was. So because of this, I've had to take corrective and realistic action. I did want to actually just say, screw the world, I'm allowed to be called Samantha, but I just know that people will continue to be stupid and keep sending all my emails to SamanthaEvans@gmail instead of SamanthaEvans@gmail. So I can't change my name to Samantha, as it was difficult enough getting people to add the A, so it's going to be the same issue getting people to take out the A. I considered changing it to Sam, because that's what it's always been. But then when I introduce myself to people as Sam, they go, "Oh, how are you, Samantha?" So I have now made my decision. I have actually now officially gone to Depot, and I have actually changed my name, and I've changed it to Samara. And this will make it clearer and easier to get all of my documents consistent once and for all. So you can now all still call me Sam, but legally my name is now Samara. Now, Toastmasters have not escaped my roast scathe-free either. When I started here at Toastmasters, I did actually explain that my name is Samantha, but sure enough, this name tag still turned up. Great pride in tearing up this name tag.